Shalom. I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, whom I worship. Double honors to my other apostles of Great Millstone, who taught me this word, the sincerity and the truth, who rule well and are still on the highways and byways, still got their hands on the plow, doing the work so that they may receive their crowns of salvation. Salutation to all the hopeful elect throughout the world who are doing the same. And may the Lord bless the families of those who are helping out in this ministry, witnessing, watching the videos, learning, helping us out, in whichever way you can. May the Lord bless you and yours, that you be delivered from the fire to come and from the mark of the beast. So, saw this article on RT, and spent a lot of people speaking about how the famine, the famine of food is coming, okay, and how there's gonna be food shortages, and it's all by design, okay? It's all part of the agenda. My man from the Dollar Vigilante, he spoke on it. There's been different people making videos on it. If you go to YouTube, type it in, a lot of videos will pop up of people speaking about how there's going to be a food shortage, and how it's all by design, it's all planned. All right, so this is an article dealing with that, and it's reminiscent of that movie, The Hunger Games. If Joachim haven't seen any of the Hunger Game movies, you have to see it. Mainly the first one, mainly the first one. You see that, and because what that deals with is how the corporation, or I forget what they're called, they took over, they conquered the people. There was like a war that took place, and the regular people lost the war, and the government or the corporation, wherever they go by, they put the people in different sectors, and each year they'll have something. I believe it was every year they'll have something called the Hunger Games, and they will have people compete from each sector. You know what I'm saying? And whoever wins of a certain sector, they'll receive food. And the reason why they was doing that is because they were rationing out the food, or they weren't giving the people food at all. So this is what we're coming to. A Hunger Games scenario. So the title of this article is Big Ag Breakup. Senators target America's meat monopolies as virus threatens shortages. You see a picture of someone, a shopper, at a grocery store somewhere in Texas, and as you can see, in Austin, Texas, as you can see on the shelves, there's nothing there. Just a few packs of meat or something that she's trying to get. And the reason for that is because these manufacturers of meat and also of poultry, they have no workers there in those factories, man, or hardly any workers, because they were saying that the workers were coming down to COVID-19, getting sick. So yeah, man. So so the elite, they're using this as a means to forward their agenda, man, on the masses, to control the masses. Two things, man. Scare the masses and starve the masses. They'll do They'll do anything that you want them to do. See, and that's a part of the elite's plan. You know, and this is gonna come. This is coming. We've been speaking about this, man. Okay, it's gonna be a famine. You know, there's gonna be a famine of the word and a famine of food here in America, man. And the ones who are gonna eat are the ones who worship and believe in Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, who are Israelites, man. Right? Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the giving of the law, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Yahweh Shai came. See? So anyway, it reads, 2 U.S. senators. I'm not going to read too much into this. You know what I'm saying? It says 2 U.S. senators have asked the Federal Trade Commission to launch an antitrust probe into the U.S. Meat packing industry, as these firms struggle to maintain supply chains. Calls are growing for a return to small-scale farming. And that's another thing. They already done took over the farms. Now they shut these farms down, but now I guess they calling for small-scale farming. I guess to fill that void of you know, the food to be. I saw a video earlier in France, in the like a poorer part of France. It was all where it looked like to me Jake's, you know, and they were waiting in long ass food lines, man, waiting to get food, you know. If I find that video, I'm gonna bring it out. It says, in the last couple of decades, the American meatpacking industry went through a rapid consolidation. 4 companies now handle 85% of all beef production in the U.S. And 3 of these firms control 63% of the country's pork production. The companies Tyson Foods, Cargill, the Brazilian-owned JBS SA, and the Chinese-owned Smithfield have been criticized extensively for underpaying farmers and workers, and for horrific animal abuse at their plants. So that's just like a ploy to come after them, you know. What's really going on is they're just taking it over, because that's part of the agenda. Agenda 21, you know. Gain control of agriculture, transportation, right? Food, religion, you name it, man. You know, that's part of that plan, man. I'll give you 1 second. Okay, this is another article from a site called from prospect.org. I'm sorry. Yeah, let me see. The American Prospect. And I'm gonna have these links down at the description box to these articles so that you can check them out for yourself, you know. And yeah, so it reads, coronavirus has broken America's food supply because commercial and consumer supply chains are different and cannot easily be transferred. Enormous amounts of food are going to waste, and it could get worse. By Alexander Salmon. It says the coronavirus crisis has exposed some serious frailty in America's supply chains. To this point, those deficiencies have been most glaring when it comes to medical supplies. The country remains unable to produce or otherwise procure a satisfactory quantity of N95 masks, testing swabs, and ventilators. Toilet paper, too, is famously in short supply. As the virus has keyed off an economic shutdown, breakdowns have emerged in other parts of the supply chain as well. Now America's food systems have begun to falter, resulting in the twin curses of scarcity and excess. In the early days of the shutdown, pictures circulated of barren shelves at supermarkets, much of it wrongfully blamed on binge purchasing. Now, however, the most objectionable food news comes in the form of crop dumping all over the country. America's producers have begun destroying excess, perishable crops that they can't bring to market. In Wisconsin, dairy farmers are dumping thousands of gallons of unbought milk into manure ponds. In Florida, vegetable growers are plowing under millions of pounds of vegetables. According to, and then here it is, you still got the homeless and the homeless out there starving and shit, and these people are just destroying this food, man. This America is a vain fucking place, man. A vain, wicked place, man. They destroying all this food when you could have been giving it to people that was hungry, starving and shit. They're homeless. It says, according to a report in the Wall Street Journal, Mississippi-based Sanderson Farms has begun breaking and throwing out hundreds of thousands of chicken hatching eggs rather than raising the chicks for meat. An estimated 7% of all milk produced in the last week was dumped, good for 3.7 million gallons a day, and that number is expected to rise. Like I said, I'm not gonna read this whole thing here. All you gotta do is type in America's food supply chain is broken, and all these articles will pop up, man. You see? But this is the prophecy, man. This is the prophecy that we've been prophesying to these people for all these years, and now it's coming, man. Now it's coming to pass. All these scoffers that talk shit, now you don't hear a peep from them, man. You know? A lot of them lost their jobs. They don't know what the hell to do. You see? And the Lord remembers their words, man. And and the Lord's gonna pay them back for all the evils that they have spoken, man. And you know what I gotta say about that? Fuck them. Good for them. Brakatah Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Brakatah Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? And may all the wicked of our people be destroyed, man. Okay? That hate the Most High, that hate his prophets and his teachers. This is the book of Job, the 5th chapter and the 20th verse, and it reads, in famine he shall redeem thee from death. So that's what's coming. Famine is coming in a great way, okay, here in America, man. And there's no preparing for, well, the only way you prepare for it is if you are an elect of the Lord and you believe in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, you do the work, you remain faithful. That's how you prepare for it, man. Okay, that's how you'll be able to be delivered when these times come. Okay, it says, in famine he shall redeem thee from death. And then, yeah, because if you don't eat, what happens, man? You know, all the nutrients that the body needs, the carbohydrates and all that stuff, man. The salts and the sugars and all that the body needs to operate, that the cells need to operate, those slowly begin to shut down, all right, and ultimately cause your death, all right, from not eating, not drinking. In famine he shall redeem thee from death. So that's the Lord, okay. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua will redeem his elect, okay? Right? From death, from famine. They will eat. In war, from the power of the sword. And that's what's coming. Wars are coming, man. Civil war, right? World war. That's what's coming, man. You know? We're living in a time of war, not peace. This is Psalms 33 verse 19. You know what? Gonna begin at the 18th verse, right? Psalms 33 verse 18. Behold, the eye of the Lord is upon them that fear him, right? And who are the ones who fear the Lord? His elect. And his name, what's his name? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Also, that's the only way also that you can be saved. The only way that you're able to be saved, you have to know that name, man. That's a key to salvation. You have to know that name. There is no other name whereby an Israelite can be saved. All right. So you have to know Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. You have to know that name. Call upon that name. Worship that name. Okay. Run to that name when you are in trouble, and he'll save you. He'll deliver you. Behold, the eye of the Lord is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy, to deliver their soul from death, and to keep them alive to deliver their soul from death, and to keep them alive in famine. See? So many miracles are going to be happening and being performed by the Lord in that day, man. You know, as these days approach. America's not going to return to the way it was, man. And not after this, okay? This is definitely a wound to America, man, you know? So, all praises be to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua for that, you know? It's prophecy. This is Isaiah 50, chapter 51, and 19, okay? And it reads, this is Isaiah chapter 51, verse 19. These two things are come unto thee. Who shall be sorry for thee? Right? That's the Lord speaking through Isaiah, speaking to Babylon the Great, man. Speaking to these Edomites over here in Basra, man, in the land of Esau, which is America, man. These two things are come unto thee. Who shall be sorry for thee? And we're not sorry, because, you know, of what Esau Edom did to us, to our people, man. And now all these things are coming back unto them, to haunting them, you know, and they know it. These Edomites, they have a guilty. And they know it. These Edomites have a guilty conscience, man. You know, because they know that they and their foreparents, they have done wrong to us, man. And now this word has gone out that we are the Israelites, man. And now they're really shook, man, because that's the their worst nightmare coming true. you know? So now is our time, man. Now is our time to rejoice over these devils, over our enemies, man. Okay? Because they rejoice when they put us down, you know? When we were in a low place, man. They kicked us, man. They kept us down. Talked shit about us, man. You know? Called us all kind of names. Niggas, spicks, spooks, wetbacks, all, you know? All kind of shit, man. So now is our time, man, to we're not gonna pity America, okay? These two things are come unto thee. Who shall be sorry for thee? Desolation and destruction, right? These two things are come, right? So, but before America is totally destroyed, the Lord's gonna make America bow down on her knees, man. Okay, just like He did to Pharaoh. Gonna make Esau bow down on his knees, man. Okay, and suffer. All right. Before America is taken out, then America will be taken out completely by way of thermonuclear fire, thermonuclear missiles. Okay. Keep your eye on what's happening with Russia. That's Magog, okay? What's happening with Russia and the US and NATO, the EU nations, and Israel. All right? That's what's hot. That's always hot, okay? Because that's where it's gonna end up at. Out over there in the Middle East, the Great War, all right, between Russia, Israel, America, NATO, and the EU nations. Alright, it says, these two things are come unto thee, who shall be sorry for thee? Desolation and destruction, and the famine, and the sword, by whom shall I comfort thee? Right? Ain't nobody's gonna comfort them. You know? Yeah, now, when you read this chapter, it's speaking about Israel, you know? But, you know, a lot of these verses, you know, and prophecies are like, it was for Israel, but it's now it's being flipped on Esau, okay? So this is Psalms 37, verse 19. It says, let's read the 18th verse. Psalms 37, verse 18, right? The Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever, right? Because our inheritance is Yahushua in the kingdom, right? They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, right? This is the evil time right now, brothers, and we're not ashamed. Why are we not ashamed? Because we spoke this prophecy, man. We spoke of these things happening, and now boom, it came to pass, man. And people are scared, and people are wearing masks, and they think by wearing a mask that's gonna protect you, man, from some shit that's out there. If it's meant for you to get something, man, some shit, you're gonna get it. Because guess who's giving it to you? The Lord, man. So if that's your judgment, you're gonna get it. Ain't no mask gonna protect you. Now we wearing masks now because, you know, it's law. They mandated that shit, right? So using wisdom, you know, you gotta, you know, you go to the store, you gotta wear your mask. If you're still working, they want you to wear the mask. All right, that's fine, man. You know, because that's not like taking a chip or anything like that. So we'll wear that shit. But one thing we ain't gonna do is take no motherfucking vaccine, okay, or a goddamn implantable microchip, man, in us. All right. We'll tell our, you know, the job, you can kiss my ass, man. Okay. That's exactly what we'll say, man. It says they shall not be ashamed in the evil time. So we're not ashamed, man. We're rejoicing. We're happy. You know, we're praising the Lord. You know, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahushai, man. You know, because finally these things are happening, man, coming to pass. But the end is not yet, like Yahawashi said, man. There's still more things to come. It's gonna escalate, you know? And we pray that it do. Okay? We're praying that it doesn't go back to the way it was, man. That it gets worse. It says, they shall not be ashamed in the evil time which we're in, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. Right. So we're approaching the days of famine. Okay, I read to you those articles. You can look up certain articles for yourself. You know? They're crashing the economy, they're crashing the dollar. You know? Pretty soon there's not gonna be any grocery stores around, man, because they're gonna close them all down, because that's part of their plan. All right, everything they want everybody to come to them, to the government for everything, man. You know, and that way they'll chip everyone, and that's the only way you'll be able to eat or drink, man, or to buy or sell, just like the scripture said, man. But the wicked shall perish, right? The wicked gonna perish. Those, well, Esau, Edom, and the other nations, they're gonna perish here in America because the fire's coming. 2/3 of our people will perish because they didn't put their faith in Yahweh Bahashem Yahawashi, man. They took the microchip, trusted in Esau, so then now the Lord's gonna destroy them. These are the times we're approaching, right? That evil time. And the enemies of the Lord shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall they shall consume into smoke, shall they consume away. And that's what's gonna happen, because that's what's gonna come to America. Fire, all right? And it's gonna be and that fire is gonna cause a whole lot of smoke to go up into the heavens, man, because all of America is gonna be destroyed. So with that, I'm gonna end off there. Like I always say, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. I'm gonna put these links in the description box. And I want to say, you know, shalom to the hopeful elect. Stay strong, pray without ceasing, man. Yahawashi is right at the door. Shalom. Other Sakaran signing off.